Hello everyone. So in this class we are going to discuss about sterilization, the most important topic for microbiology, biotechnology and every life science subjects, because without sterilization we can't perform any laboratory experiment. Everything that we use in the laboratory should get sterilized before use. So now let's learn what is this sterilization. So we often get confused with various terminologies in the sterilization, like what is sterilization, what is disinfection, what is antiseptic, etc. So now let's look deep into it. So what is sterilization? Sterilization means physical or chemical process that completely destroys or removes all microbial life including spores. So this is not killing. Sterilization means destruction or removal. The destroying or removal of microbial life is called sterilization, while disinfection means killing or removing harmful microorganisms or pathogenic microorganisms. Complete killing. See, here there is killing, here there is removing. That is the main difference. Disinfectant means the chemical that is used to kill microorganisms is called disinfectant, and the chemical that is used to remove microbial life is called sterilant. Antiseptic means a product that destroys or inhibits the growth of microorganisms in or on living tissue. See, nowadays we are using sterilizers, or you can oftenly say, since our ancient lives we are asked to sterilize our hands before eating or before touching our face, etc., to remove the unwanted microbial life on our hands or on our body. This is a temporary process. This removes for a very while. Disinfection kills the harmful pathogens or harmful microorganisms. This can be temporary or permanent depending on the disinfectant. Antiseptic also inhibits the growth of microorganisms, yet this is also temporary, because in hospitals, like, doctors use antiseptics for wounds, surgeries, etc., and they recommend you to frequently use this antiseptic because they inhibit the growth of microorganisms or microbial life for a while, for some time, depending on the antiseptic used. So frequently it should be used to avoid complete inhibition till the wound gets healed. So that is antiseptic. Aseptic means characterized by the absence of pathogenic microbes. Pathogenic means harmful microbes, disease causing microbes. So those are the important terminologies in the sterilization. Moving ahead, this is the complete classification of sterilization. We have different methods for sterilize the equipment we use in the laboratory or wherever. The mechanical method, the physical method, the chemical method. In the mechanical method we have scrubbing, filtration, sedimentation. The scrubbing means that all these mechanical methods we generally very frequently use in our homes also. Coming to the physical methods involves pasteurization, autoclave and even pressure cooker also. Steam under pressure, this is pressure cooker. Pasteurization means heating at a very high temperatures and then cooling it at a very low temperature. High temperature heating and then low temperature cooling. That is known as pasteurization. And then steam under pressure, the one we use in our homes also, the pressure cooker. And then autoclave. Autoclave is heated at 121 degrees Celsius. Just imagine how heat it will be. So autoclave is widely used sterilant in microbial labs. Coming to dry heat. The hot air oven. Hot air oven means just like any other ovens we use at homes. It has the hot air being flushed down through the trays to sterilize the content we keep in the trays. Incineration means burning into ashes. Burning into ashes means incineration. Flaming. Flaming means till the equipment or till the article that we are heating gets red hot. That is flaming. Sunlight we know is a natural sterilant. Low temperature means just warming up the thing or article we are using. Red hot means just like flaming. Coming to sunlight, we have already discussed. and radiation. Radiation we have two types, ionizing and non-ionizing. In non-ionizing we have UV rays, in ionizing we have X-rays and gamma rays. Coming to chemical method, we have alcohols, aldehydes, halogens, dyes, formaldehydes, etc. So now we'll discuss one by one everything. So this is the complete picture of physical methods, and we have one more method called filtration. Depth filters, membrane filters and layer filters are few of its types. And then, so this equipment is called autoclave. In this cylinder here we place, inside the autoclave we place our glassware, we place the articles that we need to get sterilized, and we heat it at 121 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. After that we'll just open this gauge and the pressure is released out. This is how we make the moist heating, moist sterilization, and this is the mechanism of filtration. So we can see different pores here. The bigger size particles or molecules get struck on the surface itself, while the smaller particles pass down through the filter paper, and we get the purest form of solute or solvent that we are trying to filter. Moving ahead, this is the laminar airflow. Laminar airflow is a membrane filter. So before we use this laminar airflow, we just on the UV switch here to get it sterilized. Okay, so after we enter the room, we need to have no metals on our body. We go inside metal free, and then we on the light, we use our culturing whatever we want to do, we close the lid and we on the filter. This what is known as HEPA filter. HEPA means high efficiency particulate filter. Membrane filter, HEPA filter means high efficiency particulate air filter, HEPA filter. So this is what HEPA filter looks like. So the moment beyond the filter, the air flow flushes in and sterilizes the complete media or culture or the glassware we are trying to sterilize. And then radiation. How radiation works? Radiation targets the cellular genetic material and leading to the DNA damage. This DNA may cause the dysfunctioning of the cell or the cell damage. Moving ahead, the chemicals, chemical sterilization. In chemicals we have different methods like alcohols, aldehydes, dyes, halogens. Alcohols are generally known as the dehydrating agents. They dehydrate the cell. They are used as fungicidal, bactericidal, viricidal. That means they can work on, they are used to kill the fungus, used to kill the bacteria, used to kill the virus. Cidal means to kill, static means to inhibit. So one of the most important example is ethanol, provided it should be between 70 to 80% concentrated. Only then its functioning will be effective and efficient. Coming to aldehydes, aldehydes are active against amino acids in the proteins. They target upon the denaturation of the proteins. They act as bactericidal and sporicidal. And one of the most important example is formaldehyde. And then dyes. In dyes we have dyes, they inhibit the bacterial growth. They stop the bacterial growth. They are mostly active against gram-positive and than gram-negative microorganisms. And the most important examples are crystal violet and malachite green. Halogens. Halogens act upon oxidizing the cellular constituents, leading to cell lysis or even cell death. The important examples are iodine and chlorine. So this is all about today's class on sterilization. Hope you understood and hope you enjoyed. That's all for today. Thank you.